Computer-generated imagery has invented some iconic scenes and characters in science fiction movie history, but unfortunately, not every sci-fi project has stunning visual effects. Some of these scenes look so unreal that they instantly drag fans back into reality and leave them storming away from the cinema with a seriously bitter taste in their mouths. Welcome to Binge TV, and today, we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 worst CGI effects in movies. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and to turn on notifications for more videos like this one. Without further ado, let's begin! 10th place, Deer Attack, The Ring 2. In this horror sequel, a young boy becomes sought after by Samara, the creepy girl from the tape. This results in several odd and deadly occurrences, including this deer attack. Ultimately, this scene may have been scarier if it made any sense, and if the deer looked convincingly real. Though the filmmakers attempted to get the nuances of the animals down, it's all for nothing as the beasts look superimposed. 9th place, Green Lantern. There is a glaring issue with the CGI in Green Lantern. The effects look mediocre, and they don't even use them for anything unique or original. They relied so hard on it that even Ryan Reynolds' Green Lantern costume was CGI. It can be argued that this was a creative decision, but it isn't anywhere near as impressive as it sounds. The movie is filled with more of the rubbery aesthetic that comes with bad special effects. 8th place, The Infected, I Am Legend. The first 40 minutes of this post-apocalyptic spectacle, in which Will Smith plays the only person on Earth who hasn't been transformed into a sprinting cannibalistic zombie, are quite chilling and atmospheric, and then the infected come out of the shadows. Rather than casting a feral army of human extras to play the undead, director Francis Lawrence defaulted to an endless wave of identically bald CGI baddies. 7th place, X-Men Origins, Wolverine. The CGI claws in X-Men Origin Wolverine has been mentioned in many places, including C-HUD's list of the worst CGI in movie history. The CGI claws look fake and have no substance to them at all. Computer graphics just don't have the same weight and heft as real metal. For some fight scenes, the pointy ends are CGI to avoid cutting the actors, but for regular scenes, the claws are real. The practical claws are very bulky and dangerous. Stuntmen and stuntwomen have been stabbed by them, and Jackman says that he's covered with scars from accidentally cutting himself with them. Hugh Jackman suffered for our enjoyment. 6th place, Deep Blue Sea. Deep Blue Sea employs both practical and CGI effects for its genetically modified sharks, leading to a mixed bag when it comes to visual appeal. One of the worst instances of lackluster cinematic CGI arrives when Samuel L. Jackson's character Russell is devoured by a cartoonish mako. The finned predator jumps out of the water and grabs Russell as he gives a monologue about the importance of everyone working together as a team. What could have been a concrete jump scare becomes a laughably bad moment thanks to the shark's silly appearance. 5th place, Jabba the Hut makes a jarring appearance, Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope. Though George Lucas has received a lot of criticism for his questionable decision to go back and alter certain visuals in his classic Star Wars original trilogy, his decision to insert the prequel version of Emperor Palpatine into the hologram scene in The Empire Strikes Back 1980, and the improved lightsaber effects were both welcome updates. But reinstating a scene involving everyone's least favorite Hutt in the 1997 release of A New Hope proved exactly how distracting bad CGI can be on its day. The Jabba in Return of the Jedi 1983 is butchered completely and made to look like a ridiculous alien/Cheshire Cat hybrid. When the films were tweaked again in 2004, it still felt like you were watching two separate movies going on at the same time, and Han Solo walking over Jabba's tail only reminded us of how unnecessary it was to cram this scene back into an already cherished movie. 4th place, Animality, Mortal Kombat Annihilation. The first Mortal Kombat establishes itself as both a CGI spectacle and a martial arts show. Naturally, the director decided to combine the two, main hero and villain, into cartoon monsters that awkwardly fight for our confusion, and what's more hilarious, the fight doesn't last much more than 30 seconds, implying that either the filmmakers quickly ran out of post-production money, or immediately realized their mistake and pulled the plug. The cinematography in Mortal Kombat has several visual flares. During the fights, a disembodied voice yells, "Finish him!" as the fighting character practices their trademark finishing move, which could be anything from ripping out the enemy's spine to turning into a dragon and eating them alive. 3rd place, The Burly Brawl, The Matrix Reloaded. The Matrix Reloaded film set the bar for modern special effects, both practically and digitally. The film received several complaints. CGI was relied on a bit too heavily, resulting in action sequences that have not held up with time. Notoriously, the fight between Neo and a multiplying Agent Smith and the physics-defying car-hopping highway chase sequence doesn't look much better. So sadly, despite its predecessor's reputation, The Matrix Reloaded will forever stand as one of the most snicker-inducing CGI spectacles ever. While that may have been the idea, the weightlessness of the visuals makes the stakes feel so low that the movie can never recover from the silliness. Second place, Tsunami Surfing, Die Another Day. Die Another Day is famous for being the Bond movie that spoiled it with too much CGI, which is still true. But listening to the commentaries now, they are talking about smashing 20 luxury cars for a car chase done on real melting ice, needing a whole runway to bring a huge cargo plane up to walking speed just for one shot of Bond and Halle running up to it and jumping in. These days, any shot with a military vehicle would probably be CGI. The tsunami surfing scene is ridiculous. Even if it was a real tsunami, it still would have been awful. First place, The Scorpion King Returns, The Mummy Returns. Taking up the top spot of our list is the effect that transformed Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson into the Scorpion King. The CGI bad effects transformed him into a half-man, half-scorpion hybrid. This effect suffers from the decision to not merge The Rock's real face with the effect, and instead made him a fully animated creature. The cringeworthy use of motion capture technology was the real horror adventure sequel. The Mummy returns in 2001, where The Rock Johnson made his big screen debut as the Scorpion King, a mighty warrior who was cursed by the Egyptian god Anubis and trapped in a tomb beneath a giant pyramid. Johnson has decked out in some Conan of the Barbarian style getup. His skin looks waxy and plastic compared to the skin of the human actors in the same scene. Additionally, the light from the flames on set doesn't appear to be landing on him correctly or casting shadows the way it would if he were physically present, rather than being digitally inserted in post-production. So, what are your thoughts on these poor CGI effects? Let us know in the comments below. And while you're at it, make sure to leave us a like, share this video with your friends, and also subscribe to our channel for more videos like this one. We hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time for more.